Hello and welcome along to round 7 of ETF1 League Season 6. We are at the Lusail Circuit in Qatar for the Qatar Grand Prix. So it's round 7 out of 10. This is also our third race in the Middle East this season, with the fourth and last race at Yas Marina. So let's take a look at the points after the last round. The British Grand Prix, and Peter Morgan is ahead with 104 points, and Solomon Fackery just behind with 100 points in second place, and Chris Padajak moves up to third with 69 points. With Blake Williamson and Trent Fuller moving up some positions, 6th and 7th, there's only 3 points between those guys. Let's take a quick look at the constructor standings, and Scuderia Ferrari in the lead with 169 points, ahead of Mercedes 118, and Red Bull in third place 111 points. Aston Martin 4th, and McLaren in 5th. So let's take a closer look at the circuit which will be hosting the Qatar Grand Prix, the Lusail International Circuit. It's the league's first visit here to this track. 16 corners, very fast and flowing third sector. This is also the second night race of the season after the opening race in Bahrain. So let's take a look and see how the drivers line up on the grid after qualifying. Peter Morgan is in first position with a 1 minute 25.076. Solomon Fackery just over a second behind, and Chris Padajak and Trent Fuller are just behind, second, third and fourth place within a couple of tenths of each other. Blake Williamson well down the grid, 5th place and 4 seconds behind after encountering some issues with his car. So let's have a look at the highlights from the Qatar Grand Prix. The lights are out, and both Ferraris make a great start and get past the Mercedes, with Solomon up to P1 and Chris up to P2. As we start lap 2, the two Ferraris are in the lead, and Peter Morgan is still in third as he tries to recover from his poor start. With the soft tyres starting to wear on Solomon's car, this allows Chris Padajak and Peter Morgan to slightly catch up and harass the Ferrari driver for the lead. With a bit of DRS assistance, Chris Padajak gets the overtake done on his Ferrari teammate into turn 1, and now leads the Grand Prix on lap 5. And Trent Fuller's Aston Martin keeping in touch in the background there, but Blake Williamson's nowhere to be seen. Lap 6, and Peter Morgan is fighting for the lead with Chris Padajak as they head down the main straight. And Peter Morgan, with much more speed, gets the move done into turn 1. But as they start the next lap, Chris Padajak would try the same tactic on Peter Morgan. And the Ferrari driver gets back ahead. These two drivers would keep fighting it out, and a couple of laps later, Peter Morgan once again goes for the overtake. And in exactly the same move as a few laps prior, he's back into first. So Peter Morgan elected to pit early and put hard tyres on. Chris Padajak stayed out on his mediums. Solomon started on softs and is now on the mediums. And Chris Padajak found himself chasing his teammate later in the race. And Peter Morgan crosses the line in first position for Mercedes, ahead of Chris Padajak, who crosses the line in second, but would actually finish behind his teammate after some penalties were applied later in the race.
Yeah, should have used softs. The hards were the way to go. Yeah, I really. Oh yeah, what a shame.
And Trent Fuller crosses the line in fourth position.
Yeah, Trent Fuller, fourth, sorry. Blake, a ways down. Is he even is he AI or? Yeah, I think when you get lapped, yeah, it's a bit weird.
Blake Williamson crosses the line in fifth position.
What setup are you using?
Here's your podium from the race.
Yeah. Consistency. Roll everyone. There you go, you got the cup. Put some champagne in the cup. Oh, racing sim. Yeah, I've got a Logitech G29 and a Next Level Racing wheel stand, number 2.0. There's the Logitech stripe. And there's the drinks.
And there we go. The first Qatar Grand Prix done for ETF1 League. Peter Morgan on the top step of the podium there for Mercedes-Benz, ahead of both Ferrari drivers.
Go check out the Extra Tasty Racing League channel. Hey, I got a fucking driver of the day.
And Chris Padajak,
that's it,
gets driver of the day. So as we look at the race results, your top three: Peter Morgan, Solomon Thackeray and Chris Padajak. Chris Padajak had the fastest lap of the race with a 1:26.9. Trent Fuller finishing fourth, 12 seconds of penalties there. Blake Williamson a lap down, fifth position. The Ferrari drivers not quite getting the right strategy there for the race. Peter Morgan on the mediums and the hards proving the way to go. Let's take a look at the updated driver standings. Peter Morgan with 130 points after his victory here in Qatar. Solomon Thackeray still in second position, 118 points. Chris Padajak still in third, 85 points. And Blake Williamson moves up to fourth position. He's only 1 point ahead of Liam Tipping, the double world champion there, down into fifth position. Trent Fuller on the same amount of points, he's in sixth, also with 59 points, so he's only 1 point away from fourth. Hayden Veld moving down to seventh. And in the constructors standings, Scuderia Ferrari with 203 points now, ahead of Mercedes with 144, Red Bull with the same amount of points, 111. Aston Martin now catching up to them though, with 102 points, McLaren on 60. Well, that wraps things up here at the Lusail International Circuit for the Qatar Grand Prix. We're going to leave you with a photo montage from the race, and we'll be back at the next round, round 8, for the United States Grand Prix.